Oh, I'm sorry about this. I'm supposed to be interviewing an author. It's got the weirdest name you can imagine. And the only time that her agent said she was available was during the night. So I got out of bed and I've no idea where she is. And just give it a minute longer, otherwise I'll just ring off. Not quite sure why I'm even recording this. Oh my God.
Hey, I'm here.
Hello.
Hello.
Are you Nemetra X1369?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm David.
Hi, David.
Hello. You've written a book
I have.
called Normal Weird.
Mm-hmm.
Well done. Writing a book's quite an achievement.
I think so.
Yeah, that's it. I like humility. Right, Nemetra, I'm going to ask you some questions.
Okay.
Okay. By the way, is that, sorry, I don't mean to be rude, but is that your real hair?
Yeah.
Not extensions
All
or anything? It's all yours. Oh, wow. Are you drunk?
No.
Okay. Question, I want you to describe the whole book. Oh, I should show the book. Sorry, we should promote the book. I'll put it up there. Why is that funny?
Because I had mine somewhere to show as well, but
Oh, you got a copy. Oh, hang on. Let's have a look. What does it say at the bottom of yours?
it says who is normal and who is weird.
Okay, reading's not bad. It actually says, "Are you normal?"
Yeah.
So it says on this one, "Stereotypes are dead. Challenge your perception." And I know you've had a lot of success with this book so far, and you've had it reprinted and you've changed what you put at the bottom. Well, congratulations.
Yes. We
When did
updated the cover a little.
When did you first publish this?
A few months ago. Not even 2 months ago.
No, I was going to say, I think it's quite recent.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's anyway, who really cares? It's pretty recent, and you've sold so many that you've had to change the cover. I'm very impressed. Right, can you explain the book in one word?
Weird.
2 words?
Not normal.
Tell us about the book in as many words as you wish.
Well, I try to be concise. This book is about the future evolution, which has already started. Everything we consider weird becomes the next step for humanity. But to understand what it is, you need to read to the end.
And it's a story within us. It's a story within that, isn't it? I'll do the same with my hair. It's a story, isn't it? Within, I mean, it kind of reads like a sort of work of fiction.
It is sci-fi mixed with realism. I really mix the unmixable genres, I think.
Wow.
And yeah.
And what do you call that genre?
I call it real fiction, the mix of both reality and crazy fiction.
So tell us about the story within it, without giving away any spoilers.
It is a multi-layered narrative. The main character.
It's multi-layered.
Multi-layered.
Yeah.
I would say it would be like that.
No, that's a wheel. Anyway, carry on.
I tried to create a few stories in one and connect them together because the story is both liberating and slightly frightening, to be frank. And
I thought you were Nemetra.
I had to create a couple of opinions there because the reader can form their own at the end. Okay,
that was a very good explanation. You missed my joke in the middle when you said, "To be frank," and I said, "No, you're Nemetra." I've read it.
What do you think?
Well, it's a bit too intellectual for me, to be honest. But on the other hand, it's also quite gripping, very gripping. And I think I'll have to read it again to fully understand it. How long did it take you to write?
2 years writing, 1 year editing.
Well, that explains a lot. My books take me about a week, which is why yours is a lot better, I'm sure. And
the first experience takes a while to perfect.
You're saying I'm old?
No, you're experienced.
And you say, I hope you don't mind me picking on this, but you say at the beginning, for the new generation of humans, we are sorry for everything we have done. Is that from you or from one of the characters?
That is from me. And we are sorry for everything we've done, because our generation screwed up on so many levels. And I'm not just talking about ecological crisis, I'm talking about so many other things, technology, society, our values, etc. And it is for the new generation to pick up the pieces of the world we created. I feel sorry for them.
Don't you think that we've left, don't you think it's wonderful the way there's so many good people in the world and so many powers and forces of goodness that are rising that we never get to hear about?
Yes, unfortunately, our society celebrates the terrifying news, the scary stories, all the things which shock us in the most dramatic way, and we forget the good. And it would be nice to remember that.
And I mean, when I read the book, I kind of reached a conclusion. And I'm sure you'll tell me if it's the right or the wrong conclusion, or you may even say each book is so unique because the state of the reader that's reading it, state of mind will determine what they get out of the book. You nodded on both, which isn't quite right. But anyway, I concluded that basically everyone is weird. And therefore, if everyone is weird, now tell me if this is completely off-piste here. If you define normal as what most people do and everyone is weird, or most people are weird, then surely weird is normal and normal is weird. Have I summarized the book?
Definitely in one way. And I spoke to a few people who read the book and they understood it in their own way, in their own weird way, which makes it normal for everyone.
Right. But surely the truth of who we are is very black and white.
The truth is gray.
No, the truth is black and white. It's
okay.
Either true or it's not.
If one of my characters, Robert, if Robert was sitting in my chair now talking to you, he would probably pick up the fight with you about the color of the truth. And he probably would say something as inappropriate as only fools may allow the luxury of complete certainty. But I'm not Robert, so I will answer with a question. If a word is misspelled in a dictionary, how would you know?
Well, I think you're putting forward my side of the argument now, that we make up our own reality as it is. So the truth is whatever reality we make up. So we live a truth each day, but my truth might not be your truth.
Therefore, it is gray, because what is the ultimate truth? If your truth is black and my truth is gray, and my truth is white, probably the ultimate truth is somewhere in the middle. What color would it be?
Well, it would be gray.
It would be gray.
If Robert was sitting there now, would you be surprised because it's your house?
Well, he was in the book, he is in a very weird place, so nothing would scare him anymore, I think.
Joking aside, as you see, I dressed up for you in a very normal way. And joking aside, I'm very impressed. I mean, writing a book is an extraordinary time, energy, and commitment sapping hobby. I mean, you can't, you know, and you've contained more in your book than I've done in all of mine. And
you are being modest. I read your books. They're good.
Okay, thank you. You're very kind. A lot of cut and paste. But I will say this to you, Nemetra, that I'd like to ask you, sorry, about the writing process, because a lot of people write to me and ask me, how does one write a book? I always say, write down a word, and then you're no longer going to be a writer, you are a writer. I don't know if you'd agree with that philosophy.
What I realized that actually I did start writing by writing 2 words, normal weird. That's how I became a writer. I kind of dreamt it when I was asleep. I was thinking about, who is normal and who is weird, who gets to decide what if it's the other way around. And then I thought, well, that's an interesting concept. What if it is? How do we know for sure? And this is how the whole project started. But then after, maybe short-lived inspiration, you would need to work hard to finish the book. And this is what I realized. And you have to have a process in place. And my process is I write at night. And it's the only time I have available. I like, to be in a quiet place. Nobody disturbs me. It's only me. Nobody is watching. And this is when I write. But it does require a lot of commitment, sleepless nights for me, and a lot of editing, which is for me was the hardest part.
Did you have a professional editor or anyone editing the book for you?
It takes a village to write a book. Let's put it this way.
It takes a village.
Mm-hmm.
So you've got a lot of people that have helped you.
A few amazing people who were a part of this journey.
And tell us about your plan. Are you planning your next book?
Definitely. It's in the process now. I'm very excited.
Tell us anything about it? Don't tell us the title because somebody else will take it away. But can you tell us anything about it?
It's definitely a mix of unmixable genres again. I think this is my key skill style emerging. It is fantasy meets self-help. Crazy fantasy meets
self-help.
Hmm.
I mean, I have a lot of self-help books behind. If any of them really worked, I'd only have one, wouldn't it? I'd only have one book, wouldn't I? Then I'd be helped.
Yes, but again, it's not black and white, and everybody reads it in their own way. And if they take something from a book, something which helps them, that's already an achievement. And that's what writing is for me.
I just had a text from the guy who's sort of watching this and helping us edit it later. He says you run a successful company. So when do you get time to sleep?
I don't. I sleep very little, and I do a lot of yoga, and I think it gives me energy. Yoga. Oh,
yoga, sorry.
Yes, yogurt. That would be easier. Yes, I think it gives me enough energy to sleep less than usually people do.
Nemetra, Normal Weird. Look, I often write articles about getting a book published. You've written this book. It's been a labor of love for you. You've written it over many years. We only met when you were coming to the end of the process. I'm very honored to have a signed copy. It says, "Hi, David. Thank you very much for encouraging me to write this book. It, of course, would have been a lot better if you hadn't been involved, but never mind. Love, Nemetra." So that's a really nice sort of dedication to have. And if I had a hat on, I'd whatever the word is to you, because you've written a book. I recommend. Pardon? Off.
Thank you.
I mean it. Ladies and gentlemen, Normal Weird by Nemetra X1369. I thoroughly recommend it. It's completely weird and it's completely normal. And in a world of Myers-Briggs, I mean, come on, let's forget all that rubbish and just say you're either normal or you're weird. What are you? Are you normal or are you weird? Thank you ever so much for taking the time. And I see now why I'm joining you in the middle of the night. And I'm very much sorry to take you away from your writing. And I wish you well with your next venture.
We can start a pajama book club.
Okay. Okay. I don't know if that's weird or normal, but let me know when you see the video, everyone. You take care, and I'm not saying to say good night or happy writing. And yeah, very, very impressed.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.